誰にも言えない秘密があって笑顔の裏には影があって知らない自分を知ってほしいんじゃなくてそうじゃなくてあの時ドキドキする胸の高鳴り湧いてつく心を溶かしてしまえたらこの手をすり抜ける
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the first match of Sunday. I am your commentator, STV, here joined by Slick.
Hey guys, I'm really excited for this match. Both of these teams did really great last week. In fact, I have some pretty fun stats. Their overall score across all maps is only 20,000 points away from each other. They had very
Really?
close overall averages. Very close. So I'm expecting a very close match.
Ooh, how exciting. I'm sure everyone seems very excited. Looking at these warm-ups, looks like everyone had a great time playing Looping the Rooms. Banger song, by the way. Shoutouts.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with some Looping the Rooms. I enjoy the silly warm-ups that teams put on. My team also does the silly warm-ups, so, you know, it's fun.
It's all part of the game. Ooh, another banger being put in as warm-up. Oh my god. Just bangers after bangers. What star rating is this? Is this the one with the streams? Oh wait, we got switched again. What is going on?
Like, I can't believe they baited us with such a banger warm-up.
Yeah, the song's good too though, I can't even lie.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with some M2U.
Yes. So, do you actually know what this map is?
Actually, off the top of my head, I don't think I do.
Hold on. Space Dreams. Sounds like this map would have like a lot of buzz sliders. Seems like a pretty slider heavy map, just based on how the song feels.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Definitely feels like more of a No Mod 4.
Yeah, for sure. Well, can't wait to get into it. Whoa, what are they? What has been typed in the chat? It's supposed to be a weapon?
I didn't know that you could do ASCII art in OSU chat, so I guess this is me learning today.
Well, if you want to do that in your lobbies, now you know you can do it. How exciting, isn't it?
I can't wait to, you know, have some refs complain now that they have some fun art flooding chats and they're trying to get roles. It's gonna be awesome.
It's fine though, I think. It's all in good fun anyways. We're all trying to have fun here. And trolling refs is part of it. Apologies to any refs.
Yeah, formal apologies to all refs. And thanks for all that you do running this tournament. You
Yeah,
know,
no, the
it's very smooth
tournament
on
wouldn't be
the
here without
side
you
of
guys.
refs. True.
Looks like this is in fact a more heavy, more slider heavy map. Almost a lot of bursts on it as well. Everyone seems to be consistently breaking on it. The accuracy is pretty similar across the board, apart from Vela holding that to 92%.
I can't help but comment on the fact that we do have some people warming up on that hidden. See, these are my people.
It is your people. Unfortunately, the curse of hitting is being spread. It's like a virus. You'll never get rid of it. Oh, Spankoff's gonna be misreading that slider.
I do have to say, this does look like a really fun No Mod 4.
but I'm sure that'll be fixed in due time. But what are your thoughts on this map, since you are actually a player that will be playing this map tomorrow, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. This is a custom song by No Cox with custom art by Pilot and mapped by Creep Crafting for this tournament. And I have to say that I love this map. It's super accessible for all kinds of mods. So for any players that aren't very familiar with mods, maybe they don't play it in their spare time, this is a great map to introduce players to Hidden, get them in on that hard rock, because it's not super challenging on hard rock. If players are tempted to over mod, they could do a little Hidden hard rock. And I've heard that it's not too bad on easy either, so personally, I love this map.
I mean, if you really want to play it on easy, then be my guest. Not sure if the multis are going to be favorable, at least for a while.
It looks like this week on the free mod 1, easy multiplier is 1.8, so the standard, and easy hidden multiplier is 2.0.
Ooh, wait, free mod 2.0? That's actually worth it. You could be seeing some easy players on the free mod 2s. Anyways, we're getting right into this pick here. We're going to be seeing Spanky on that hard rock, and Squarren going to be on the hidden. Bela on the Consistency Nomad, and on the side of Indonesia, Tamiri on the hidden. Iram on the hidden hard rock, actually. Indonesia be actually overmodding this. No single Nomad consistency. I guess they have enough hidden players to where they just want to have that little extra score bonus. And Squarren's going to be finding the first drop here on the side of Mexico. The hidden drop.
Yeah, overmodding can be a little bit more common in these early rounds, especially if you have hidden preference players on your team, so that might be the case for Indonesia B. With that early miss on Mexico A, that score lead is going to go over to Indonesia B's right at the start of this map. Pyrosan and Tamiri over in Indonesia B also having that good accuracy, but it is being matched by Squarren, who despite having that miss is still holding a very strong 99%.
Iram gonna be missing on the hard rock, gonna be trading out Squarren's early miss, but the lead is still gonna be over on the side of Indonesia on the part of their accuracies. Bela gonna be dropping the SS, still holding on to that FC during this BPM changing section, from what it seems. Everyone hitting it pretty well.
Yeah, those back and forth sliders can catch you off guard, especially on a sight read, but I can tell that all these players practice because it didn't trip any of them up. Spanky off is going to be losing a little bit of their accuracy, but Iram over on Indonesia B is going to be dropping that combo, and that score lead is going to swing right over to Mexico A.
Everyone on Mexico A holding on to very solid combos, as Iram going to be continuously missing on that hidden hard rock, potentially just tanking the hidden hard rock because they don't have a comfortable hard rock team. But as we get into the last quarter of the map, Mexico A just shows no signs of dropping. Pyrosan and Tamiri need a miracle on their end in order for them to bring this point back. But as the map is getting closer and closer towards the end, it does not seem like this is gonna happen, and Mexico's gonna run away with this first point.
Tamiri did have a miss right towards the end of the map here, but there is no match over Mexico A, which is just gonna shoot that score lead higher and higher. 370k and counting, pushing up into that 400k range, finishing up the map, winning by over 400,000. And with a very impressive 3 S ranks in the lobby.
0 100s from Squarren. Yeah, right. That's insane.
What an insane score!
Don't count Zvela and Pyrosan out, though. Those are very, very good 100 counts on this map.
I must say,
that's tragic for Squarren, though.
This is already gonna be an amazing match. We have like such low 100 counts. We have overmodding on free mod 1, the first pick of the match. Man, this is gonna be a long ride.
Yeah, and overmod is insane. I don't even know what to say, but it is going to be Indonesia's pick. A chance for them to fight back. And honestly, I do think maybe a Nomad 5 would be in order for them. Just on the fact that they protected the hidden 2.
Yeah, I'm pretty curious to see what they pick into. It looks like they're going into that DT3. It does look like their team is very confident on the tapping. They were number 4 on Nomad 2 last week, number 5 on DT3, number 2 on DT2. So I have to say that this is probably a very confident tapping team, whether that be that finger control, because the Nomad 2 this week does lean a little bit more into that finger control. I'd say this is a good pick for them. They seem very confident on the skill set.
Yeah, exactly, but you don't want to count this Mexico team out, because they can show up on these DTs. I do think this is a pretty turbulent pick. I'm not too entirely sure who is going to come out with this one, but if Indonesia's picking this into Mexico, I do think they're very confident that they could at least maybe triple FC.
Yeah, it's a very, very straightforward map, but similar to the Nomad 5 in this pool, it's very easy to mistap and fall off of like a triple or a double or misread. So if you didn't practice or if you get nerves, then it's super easy to fall off and lose your combo.
Yep, but there's nothing you can really do about those nerves. Just gotta play through the map. Just focus on your own screen. Don't worry about anyone else. It's the method. Looks like
Going
we're
into this
using
DT3
right?
pick.
SEH
Pardon?
went in.
Yeah, I think so. Yep. SEH is new over on the Indonesia B side.
And we're getting Miku on the side of Mexico A and Bell. And Aku Sinting on the side of Indonesia. Arasan and Vela gonna be sticking around for now.
That early lead is going to swing over to Indonesia B. It looks like they've got accuracy on their side. Miku seems to be struggling a little bit getting the rhythm underneath them. The beginning can be kind of tricky on this DT3 this week. It gets easier the longer that the map goes, but no misses so far, and that score lead is kind of regulating a little bit towards the middle, so accuracy can swing it right now.
Yeah, Miku just needs to get that accuracy up if they want Mexico to have a fighting chance here, as Vela gonna be dropping. That lead is gonna skyrocket over towards the side of Indonesia B, as this map is only less than 2 minutes long. That miss is gonna be really important, and we're gonna need to see an absolute meltdown on the side of Indonesia if Mexico wants a chance to bring this back, but it doesn't seem like it's gonna happen. Everyone,
yeah, pushing
everyone
into
on
the last
Indonesia
quarter
looking
of the
strong.
map, there's just not time.
Yeah, there's just no time, as we're going to be reaching the very end of the map, and everyone looking super comfortable inside of Indonesia. Aku Sinting going to be dropping there. It's not going to really matter. It was at the very end. That lead is very solidly on their side. Yeah, Pyroson going to be cut off after cursor dancing a little bit. But that is a very strong team score on both ends, actually. It just came down to those misses when they missed.
Yeah, both teams seem, every player has a match. That S rank, that A rank, that B rank, Pyrosan and Miku both struggling a little bit on the accuracy. Miku a little bit more, but those misses, unfortunately, Vela just couldn't hold on to their combo despite having very impressive accuracy, but just couldn't hold on to that combo, and it just swung the lead very fast over to Indonesia B. So very convincing pick from them.
Yeah, like I said, it just came down to when those misses happened. As Mexico gets to fight back with their own pick. The Nomad pool is untouched. I do wonder if they will go into one of the Nomads.
I think if they were to go into a Nomad, they might be interested in going into that Nomad 1. Mexico A was #1 on that consistency no mod 1 last week. So if they feel confident on that and they feel like that they can get their shakes out of them and get their nerves under control, that might be a very good pick for them.
Yeah, agreed. I'm also for the idea of Mexico picking the no mod 1. I think they have shown time again that their consistency is pretty solid. Ooh, but instead they're going to be going for DT1.
Still going for that consistency, but you know, as with any consistency map, it's kind of like a gamble, and DT1 is definitely known for being that Gamba pick. So I'm excited to see if they can hold on to their combos and get some high accuracy on this pick.
Yeah, this is going to be a relatively decently map. Around like 2 minutes. For DT1, it's yeah, that'd be a pretty reasonable time.
Looks like players are swapping in and out of the lobby. I think we have Lahina now on Mexico A, with Vela stepping out.
New enemy has appeared on the side of Mexico A. It is their secret trump card, probably.
Looks like they're just deciding on who that final third is gonna be. We've had some players jump in and out of the lobby, so probably figuring out who's gonna be that third. Maybe they have two players that are both very consistent, and sometimes on match day it just comes up to who's having more nerves or not, so.
Yep, it's all up to who is feeling it that day. Who can say, oh, I can FC this 1,000,000%. Not just 100%, 1,000,000%.
Looks like we've got SCH over on Indonesia B as well. Aram and Akusenting still over on Indonesia B. So the main big change that we've seen is Lahina coming in for the first time this match, I believe.
Yep. Could Vela be going in? Oh, it's gonna be Bell. Bell's gonna be going into the lobby. What side of Mexico here? And do you think this pick is gonna be a very coin-flippy pick? They're probably gambling on the consistency, being a little bit on the shaker and on for Indonesia. Only time will tell, truly.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how these teams do on this. I'm hoping for Mexico A to show off their consistency on this pick, but Indonesia B also has the chance to triple FC this, and it looks like this match they've kind of been better on the side of accuracy. So if there is a 6-way FC in this lobby, accuracy is going to play a big part in who wins this pick.
Yeah, thankfully this is a relatively simple map to hack. The approach rate is going to be on the higher end though, as for now the elite is going to be on the side of Indonesia, but Iran going to be finding a couple early drops, not really finding their footing on these little alternate sections.
With the follow-up miss from Akusenting, and no matches over on Mexico A yet. Akusenting missing again, so struggling to get that recovery combo going. But Mexico A is holding onto their combos very strong at the start of this pick.
Bell going to be finding that drop for Mexico. Going to be trading Akusenting over on Indonesia. The lead is still very solidly on the favor of Mexico on the side of Thankyov's accuracy. The accurate advantage is actually still on the side of Indonesia for now. The lead is slowly but surely going over to the side of Indonesia.
With maps like this having breaks in them, it does show the players those leaderboards so they can see who's in the lead. So It's like a test of nerves, which is very important on a map like this when we're testing consistency. And now going into the half of the map now, that lead is barely there and it is not growing.
Yeah, it seems like it's actually going to be going over to the set of Indonesia B, especially with that miss from Spanky off Lahenna, the only one with the FC remaining. Iram going to be trading that though. SCH versus Lahenna, the battle of the century. Bell with the recovery combo. Aku Sinting having that combo advantage over Bell. Spanky, it's all up to Iram and Spanky off, seeing who's able to hold off a better recovery combo. Spanky off going to be finding another drop. Last quarter of the map remaining. Iram still holding on to that combo. That lead's getting increased over to Indonesia B, but Iram gonna be missing again. But Lahenna finding the drop for Mexico A. This was a bit of a mispick on their end. SCH still holding on to that FC.
Mexico A just wasn't able to hold on to their combos. It could have been nerves, it could have been a misread, it could have been like anxiety from seeing those leaderboards pop up on that second break at going into that last quarter of the map. But with SEH not dropping that very impressive over 1000 combo, that score lead will end on Indonesia B with about 200k.
SCH holding that 1 mil, top of the lobby for S ranks, actually. Which is a pretty nice job from everyone there.
Yeah, we have some
Everyone
very
above
high
600k.
accuracy. There is a when you see it on Irim over there with his 97.27% accuracy.
Ooh, yep. When you see it, has been spotted. When you see it, alert.
With that being the first breakpoint of the match, I am curious to see what Indonesia B is planning on going into.
I would imagine they're protect. Maybe either protect or just... Or maybe just a no mod 5.
Yeah, they could go into their protect. It is important to kind of stay ahead early. If they, for some reason, have like this specific ban that they want for the second ban phase, if they are in the lead, then they do secure that first ban if they really need that, if there's another map in this map pool that they're very scared of. So they could go into that protect. It also doesn't hurt to just ensure that pick, make sure you stay ahead, make sure you don't immediately trade back that breakpoint.
Looks like they will be picking no mod 5 though, just as I predicted. This makes sense if we're going based off what they protected. It's the rhythm check gimmick map. It is OD6 though, so it's not going to be too difficult to hack. It's just going to be going down to the misses because it's another short map of just under 2 minutes long.
It is OD6, but it is also AR8. And some players just cannot find comfort on AR8, whether that be reading, whether that be tapping. And so if this note density seems a little bit too much for players, it could turn into a little bit of panicked mashing, in which case that accuracy still might suffer despite that OD6.
But with that OD6, there's a higher likelihood of combos being held, which will, I believe, just put more emphasis on the combo game aspect of this map. You gotta be holding on to those FCs, even if it's low AC. Just get that FC, then you'll win.
Combo goes a long way when your map is only a minute 30 long.
Yeah, for sure.
Curious to see what third player Mexico A plans on bringing in. Bella is back. Lahenna staying in the lobby. So I'm curious to see... Oh, Squarin coming in on Mexico A for their third player.
Yeah, welcome back to Squarin. Ready to upset Indonesia B, most likely. Looks like we're gonna be getting right into this pick here. Just waiting on everyone to load in. Time for both of these teams to go get them. See what I did there?
You're hilarious.
Yeah. Looks like Spartan actually going to be holding on to the SS for now, as the act lead is going to be, for now, in favor of Indonesia on the back of Vela holding that 80% accuracy, almost 90%. First quarter of the map already done. Indonesia B holding on to the 95+% accuracy.
All teams holding their combo for now, so no big misses yet, but that lead is still steadily, slowly but surely growing over to Indonesia B. As Mexico A kind of gets their accuracy beneath them again, it slowly goes back and forth, but it's still staying about 70k in the lead for Indonesia B.
Vela dropping there is gonna be a really bad miss, especially since it's near the middle of the map. Everyone on Indonesia B looking really comfortable on these lower ARs. The lowest accuracy on their side being a 93%, which is still very solid for a map like this. Lehna gonna be finding another break, gonna just solidify the lead for Indonesia here. And they're more likely than not gonna be running away with this.
I do have to say, this is a very good pick from them. They seem very confident on this map. Mexico A was able to hold their combos for a while, but just got tripped up on the patterns coming into this last part of the map. And with that last sliver of the map, Vela will miss a final time, and 700k score lead with Indonesia B winning their pick and making sure that they don't give another breakpoint back to Mexico A. So they are 3 versus Mexico A's 1 in terms of points.
Looks like we're gonna be reaching the second ban phase. Like, I am curious to see what Indonesia is gonna be banning here. Maybe the free mod?
Instantly free mod
Yeah.
2. I have to say, this has not been a favorite map across many teams this week.
I accurately predicted the Indonesia free mod 2 ban. That makes sense, especially since Mexico won the free mod pick that they had. And for Mexico, I am curious to see what they would ban. Maybe DT2? Or probably like one of the no mods. Either like Nomad 2 or Nomad 4. I don't see them banning the Nomad 3 or Nomad 1.
Unless they feel like very not confident on Nomad 4, I don't see them banning Nomad 4 either because they were number 4 overall last week on that map. So
Oh, never mind.
they
I've been omitted to this fact.
they seem to be very comfortable on on those slider tech maps, and Berlin this week on that Nomad 4 definitely has what I would call spaghetti sliders. And so they didn't seem to have any issue holding on to sliders last week, so I would lean maybe more into that Nomad 2 ban or
Yeah,
that DT2 ban. Yep, there's that DT2
yeah,
ban
that's
coming in from Mexico A.
yeah. Just as we initially predicted, that ban makes complete sense after they lost their own pick on DT1. And I would imagine Mexico A going into the Hard Rock Protect. I do think that's a very reasonable direction to go right now, just to salvage a bit of their opportunities. And looks like they will be picking into the Hard Rock one. I
I'd
do
say this
remember
is a
that
pretty good
Mexico
time to
had
go
very
into
solid
it.
Hard Rock scores.
Yes, last week they had a number 1 on Hard Rock 1, so I'm expecting to see very impressive scores across the board from them on this pick.
Yeah, 100%. And granted, Indonesia B's Hard Rock player was pretty uncomfy on the free mod one. I do think this should be very comfortably in the bag for Mexico, unless something catastrophic happens.
This week, the BPM contributes a lot to the difficulty on this Hard Rock 1. Not only is it, your typical Hard Rock 1, but it is kind of tapping heavy and it is 222 BPM, so if they're not comfortable with that, then it can be a struggle.
Yeah, 222 BPM is super fast for a hard rock, especially at this level. But it does balance it out, I guess, with the OD 8.4. Not quite OD 10. So the hacking this map shouldn't be too much of an issue. Like, Lahenna gonna be finding a very early miss here, but it's not above 100 combos, so I think it's pretty much just a nothing miss. It's part of the miss early tactics. Let's see, everyone's tapped in on the miss early tactics.
Gotta miss early so you don't miss in the middle. Missing in the middle just captures score really hard. It looks like so far there is no giant lead on either side. It now looks like it's going over towards Mexico A, but for a moment there, especially going towards Mexico A now with that miss from Tamiri over on Indonesia B.
And Tamiri going to be dropping on the first quarter of this map. This is a pretty lengthy map here, 3 minutes and 23 seconds. Tamiri's going to be finding another drop. It's going to be pushing that lead towards Mexico A. Almost 100k difference here. Everyone holding towards this first key eye. No one dropping too much accuracy. Mexico looking really strong with the act as Tamiri is just struggling to hit these sliders.
Unfortunately, it just looks like they're not able to get a recovery combo underneath them, and they seem to be having some serious shakes, so the nerves are definitely getting to them. Now pushing into about the halfway mark of the map. We do have some strong accuracies over on Indonesia B despite that. Iram going to be missing, and there is no trade with still 3 FCs over on Mexico A, which is just going to shoot that score lead higher and higher.
Yeah, nerves are kicking in for Iram and Tamiri. ST's the soulful combo on the side of Indonesia B are not going to be enough. That miss from Lahenna will help out maybe a little bit as we're getting into the last quarter of the map here. Spankyoff and Bell still holding on to the very solid accuracies with the FCs. STH is gonna wanna hope for a miss from either one, but Bell gonna be finding that drop. STH is gonna be falling though, trading that miss from Bell. Spankyoff with the FC, gonna be solidifying this point, I believe, for Mexico A very well needed point.
All of those major combos in the lobby fell, with Spankyoff still holding that FC and Iram still pushing up into that very strong recovery combo, but Nerves just grabbing a hold of everybody and no one's able to hold on to their combos.
Yeah, as Spankyoff still holding on to that FC, the shakes are starting to show. Will they be able to do it? SCH continuously dropping. Not really gonna matter here, but Spanky holding on to the potentially 1 mil, most likely will be 1 million. That is a crazy score on this Hard Rock one. 97%. Highest stack of the lobby by far. Bell's close behind with the 669k.
A double S rank over on the side of Mexico A, over 2 million team score, so very good protect and very good pick for them. It's nice that they got another pick underneath them. They recovered from losing their pick over to Indonesia B, so now they're hoping to get that score point back, hoping for a break point, and it looks like Indonesia B is immediately going into that Nomad 2.
I'm surprised, honestly. I thought they were going to solidify their match point with the hidden 2 pick. But I guess they're just saving it for as a crutch, just like Mexico did. They must feel pretty confident on their streaming abilities. I'm interested in where this will go.
The Nomad 2 self-portrait is mapped by Lenexus for this tournament. A little bit more on the finger control side of a Nomad 2. What are your thoughts on it, STB? I know you've played through it, being the resident stream player.
I mean, it's a pretty interesting pick. There are some slider sections that could trip you up if you're just not careful. But other than that, it's a pretty calm map.
They seem to be pretty confident.
Yeah, especially picking this instead of the protect. Maybe they're reading into the speed ban on the side of Mexico A on the DT2. I can see where a world where that's the reasoning.
Getting headed into this Nomad 2 pick, I do have to imagine that that's their train of thought, trying to abuse the fact that they saw that speed ban, and so kind of going into all of the tapping heavy maps, trying to make sure that they can keep their lead in this match versus Mexico A.
Getting onto these small stream sections, everyone holding on to solid accuracies. Pyroson is going to be finding the first drop on the side of Indonesia here. You're going to be putting that lead pretty comfortably in Mexico's side. 25k, holding strong onto the accuracies. The lowest act on the side of Mexico being 96%. But Indonesia is still winning on the accuracy fronts. So it's only a matter of time before the lead is gonna be a little more negligible. Ooh, but SCH dropping down below 90% accuracy. That's gonna be pretty detrimental as they are one of the FCs. Now the triple FC from the side of Mexico A are all looking super comfortable over the 90% mark. Looks like the Nurse might be getting into SCH here on these little tapping sections. As we're getting to the halfway point of the map, no one shows any signs of breaking.
As it turns out, maybe Indonesia may be reading a little bit too much into that speed ban, because Mexico A looks very confident on this Nomad 2.
Yeah, looks like Indonesia responded with the mixed pick from Mexico with a mispick of their own. We're getting into the last quarter of the map. We're going to need to be seeing a triple full combo break on the side of Mexico if you want Indonesia to be coming back here, which, looking at how comfortable they are, how they're hacking these streams, I just don't see the miss happening. As we're getting into the last couple seconds of the map, hitting these final streams, are we going to be seeing a triple FC on the side of Mexico? I think we are. Akosenti going to be finding a drop there. Not like it matters anyways, as I'm pretty sure that was a triple FC.
Very impressive triple FC from Mexico A. Those perfect S's over there. You can't bat an eye at the Indonesia B accuracy, though. They did have two 98% accuracies, so it's just that they couldn't hold on to their combos. SCH unfortunately fumbled their combo. Purasan missing towards the beginning of the map, and Mexico A just triple FCing. That was just, they really had to hope for a break, and none came. So that break point will go over to Mexico A.
Spartan almost on the single digit 100s. Really impressive accuracy on their end. As Mexico has the entire Nomad pool to play with. I would imagine a Nomad 1 pick. I do think, yeah, the Nomad 1 pick would be probably their best bet here if they want to secure a match point. Because they were one of the top teams on the Nomad 1. What do you think, though?
Looking at it, I would say that I am expecting that Nomad 1 pick out of them more than anything. If there had to be a follow-up, I would imagine the Nomad 4, but seeing how convincing they were on that Nomad 1 last week, I have to imagine that that's definitely what they're going into.
Looks like they're not too sure what is left to be picked. But Nomad 1, I do think, is the most reasonable pick here. Oh, but never mind. They're going in for Nomad 3. I'm guessing they're just not a fan of Kasoku Band. A little unfortunate on that end.
Very interesting pick from them, I feel. Dear streamer, do you think we could get a sync music? Awesome, thank you.
We finally got that in order. But no, we're finally seeing a Nomad 3 being picked. It's a pretty good song too, I can't even lie.
It is a banger, and I mean, 3 minutes of a banger. I can't be mad at it. AR9, OD8, you know, your pretty typical run-of-the-mill Nomad 3.
This Nomad 3 though is also single tappable if you really want to single tap it. Although I doubt that's gonna happen.
I would be very shocked if I saw anyone on these teams single tapping this Nomad 3. It is single tappable. But you know, I wouldn't expect it unless someone very heavily relies on their single tap ability. But fully expecting all of these players to ult this. There is a little bit of like awkward aim in this, but I don't think it should trip up many of these players on either team. All of them have seemed pretty confident in their aim so far this match.
Yeah, this Nomad 3 is also 3 minutes long. So it's another one of those consistency tests, which Mexico would be favored in, I think.
You know, considering neither of us saw this pick coming, I am very interested to see how this pick goes for them. I know they are definitely hoping that this goes in their favor because we're getting closer and closer and closer to tiebreaker.
Yeah, but I do think I do think it's a pretty decent pick on them. Getting to a pretty calm beginning here. It's just a free combo gaining section. Get that act built up here. Aku sensing gonna be on the low 90%, but I do imagine that lead will be going up. But Amiri gonna be finding the first drop on the side of Indonesia. Gonna be putting that lead solidly in Mexico's side here with the very important accuracy, or very insane accuracies on the side of Mexico. 98% on one of their players. Everyone above 90% though, so shouldn't be too bad. Timur, you're gonna be cursor dancing a little bit. Respect that.
No one looks super uncomfortable on this pick so far. That lead is slowly but steadily growing in the favor of Mexico A. Everyone is still holding onto their combos very well, and Tamiri is building up their recovery combo.
130, almost 140,000 points on the side of Mexico here. That is a pretty solid advantage for a map this long. So we're getting into the halfway points. Everyone, in theory, should be holding combos in this break section.
As we get later and later into this map, combo does continue to be important, which makes me wonder, there is a very tricky triangle pattern towards the end of this map. I'm curious if anyone's going to miss on it. Lahenna is going to drop their combo, which is going to favor Indonesia B, but they are kind of hoping for another miss over on Mexico A if they want to really swing that lead.
Hello, Belle. I said hi to the chats. Also, did Lahenna miss on the weird triangle? Or did that happen? I'm not sure if that already happened then.
I think the weird triangle is coming up.
Oh. Ooh, everyone's cursor dancing. They're just having a lot of fun with this map. They're just looking super comfortable. As the lead is actually going to be going over on the side of Indonesia here. At least it's starting to. The ACK advantage is going to be helping Mexico out for now, as the lead is, we're not too sure, but Tamir is going to be finding a drop here. That's going to solidify the lead over towards Mexico. Everyone hitting that triangle pattern right there. And that is just a point for Mexico. Bella gonna be dropping here though, but is there a chance here? No, just not enough map. The accuracy is looking pretty solid across the board. Everyone above 90%. With the two 97% from Squarn and Lahenna. Mexico on match points. And then he's just gonna be needing to get that hidden 2 pick count, which looks like they did in fact bring out.
It
Which
is
in
their
theory should
protect,
secure the tiebreaker.
but they also don't have any other option. They were stuck by the triple pick rule, so they did not have any other option in the map pool. They had to go into their protect.
Yeah, I mean, not like it mattered anyways. They probably would have done it no matter what the circumstances were.
Yeah, absolutely. No matter what, even if they weren't blocked by the triple pick rule, they definitely would have been going into that protect.
But yeah, no, there is a very real chance that we see a tiebreaker. I'm not sure why Indonesia B has a 4th point. But I'm sure that's getting changed. Maybe the streamer's making a prediction of what is to come.
We're not supposed to leak the script.
No,
Gosh,
don't leak the script. What are we
we're
doing?
leaking the script.
They're not supposed to know this yet. What are we doing? What's going on?
It looks
It's
like
fine. It's fine. It's fine. Let's just let's just pretend that that didn't happen. The script was not leaked. We're just completely clueless on what will happen next. Right?
looks like Mexico A is going into their timeout, which does go along with the script. But we just have to pretend like nothing is leaked, nothing went wrong. Everything will be a surprise when we get there. B-Gamer, our favorite referee for this match, is reminding us all to hydrate. So, while these teams are getting up and stretching and trying not to freak out based on how well this match has been going for both teams, remember to hydrate.
You know, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna go do that right now. It's pretty good. That's some nice water I just had. Shout out to water, by the way.
I love water. Nothing's better than water. I'd also like to that the streamer is also hydrating. Everyone is hydrating, and that should include you, chat.
Yeah, make sure to leave a like on the video if you hydrated. That's for the VOD watchers out there.
Yep, we know you're there. We see you. We know there are VOD watchers out there.
The real question is, have you hydrated yet, Slick?
You know what? I might as well also hydrate.
Yeah, exactly.
And I can't help but say hi to Vela in the chat.
Yeah, shout out to Vela. You know, we're just filling time as there's a timeout right now, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Mexico A did go into their timeout, so waiting that out, letting the players kind of chill. Maybe they need to go in and practice that hidden 2. Some teams do use their timeouts for that. Well, yeah, they could also be going in and practicing that TV. Some teams just don't feel like that they're gonna make it, or maybe they misunderestimate their opponent. And sometimes players just don't practice that TV. So
yeah, people just don't want to practice TVs.
Yeah, and I mean also the tiebreaker this week is a banger, but it is also 6 minutes long. So that could also deter some players from wanting to practice it, especially if they're not consistency
in both
players.
aspects.
Yeah.
It is a good map and also a pretty good song. It is perfect for hype moments. But only time will tell if we get a tiebreaker or not. What are your thoughts? pretty soon. Trust. Are we back now? I think we're back. Yeah, we're back.
Awesome! I get to keep yapping about my hidden twos.
Yeah. Talk about the hidden two.
The beginning is honestly the most challenging part. The beginning is super easy to miss on. The middle of the map is easy, especially if you're comfortable with finger control. It's got some tapping, it's got some overlaps. It's not super like reading, but if the players aren't familiar with hidden twos, then it could definitely be a struggle.
Woo, tapping.
Oh, I see in the chat. We're really ran out of memory. We do have some gameplay. You can't see Samiri or over on Indonesia playing, but the other four players are just ghosts. There is a miss over on Samiri. It's kind of impossible to tell where the score lead really is. We have no idea how Mexico A is performing on this map. But if the visual score is continuing to go by, it does look like it swings Mexico A's way. And whoever the first one does miss that we do here.
Ignore that. I'm not sure if Mexico won. Maybe they did.
Let me open the link. Red team wins by 108k.
And which one's red team? Because it's not shown on the client.
I believe that is Mexico A winning Indonesia B's Protect and winning the match.
Ooh.
Mexico A, seed 31, has won against Indonesia B, seed 18 in lower bracket, and knocked them out of the tournament. What
No
an
way.
upset!
Upset after upset going on in this tournament. There was a couple upsets yesterday. And this one's the first upset of today.
What a
Congratulations to
great
Mexico.
way to start the day! Crazy upset from Mexico A. Congratulations, guys.
Congrats to Mexico. Indonesia B put up a really good fight. Well, don't count them out. They only lost by 100k.
Yeah, giving a quick look, it looks like Bell 1017 on Mexico did S-rank that with a 1 mil 0 miss on that final pick. And it looks like Tamiri just wound up missing too much with those 6 misses.
That's crazy. That is a crazy score. It looks like
Despite
we are going to be
Mexico
seeing
A
the TV
winning.
for fun.
Yeah, we are seeing the TV for fun. I'm super excited for it, honestly. The tiebreaker this week is such a banger. The mapping is amazing. The song is amazing. I'm so excited. I'm happy every time teams decide to do a tiebreaker showcase, but especially this week.
Unless we need to cast another match at the same time. Then that's when,
Of
like,
course, that is the only reason that we are not excited is if there's some streamer coverage overlap that needs to be addressed like there was yesterday, but it looks like we're lucky and we do get to see this tiebreaker
Let's
showcase.
go! Yes, the TV. We love TV. TV hype. TV hype in the chat. Leave a like if you're excited for TV.
Leave a like, subscribe, follow the channel if you're excited for the TV.
Rocket Slick, thank you for the follow. But no, this is a fun tiebreaker to listen to.
Yeah, I always get
Kinda
excited
crazy.
when there's a tiebreaker that's very long. Like this one is 6 minutes, 19 seconds. with 5 minutes and
6
3 seconds
minutes.
drain time. So basically 6 minutes of you playing this tiebreaker. And it's, you know, it's always kind of a snoozer if it's a bad song or you don't like it. But man, I have never been happier to practice a 6-minute map than this one this week.
People practicing TV? What is that?
Who wants to
That's
practice
something.
consistency? Gross.
What are we saying, bro? The goal, the method, is just a skill push, no matter what. No consistency. That's just how it is.
Everyone should, their top play should be Baby Doll Cutburn Nightcore version with DT hidden.
Is this a self-report?
No, my top play is very long actually. And not DT.
Alright.
I'm not projecting.
Okay, looks like we are going to be seeing each team in their respective slots for this tiebreaker.
Well, actually, it's looking like
Actually, no, wait, Lahenna's in
Maybe-
Mexico, right?
maybe only 2 Indonesia B players on stream. It looks like Lahenna from Mexico A is over on Indonesia B's side right now. It looks like they're lending a Mexico A player over to the Indonesia B for this showcase.
Yeah, Lahenna gonna be going over to the side of Indonesia.
Oh,
Vela
actually-
is gonna be going for the side of Indonesia, giving them the support that they need. I know that does seem to be some traitorous activities.
You know it's real when the captain is the one trading team. But all is fair and fun in a tiebreaker showcase.
Don't tell Rav I broke into the commentator booth.
It's okay, it was all part of the script. Trust.
Trust.
Let's go. Triple casting. I'm sure this will end well.
I'm just gonna fill in the holes in the comm, it's okay.
We do have Miku on the hidden. That's what I'm talking about. We
That's
love
what we're
mods on
talking
tiebreaker,
about.
guys. That's what we're talking about. I love the hidden players in this tournament.
Oh, the infection is spreading. No, we need people on Hard Rock instead. Looks like Lahenna gonna be dropping very early on into the map. Miku gonna be trading right after. Isn't it crazy that the Miku showed up for Mexico A?
The real Miku showed up for Mexico A.
Yeah, bro.
I do have
Real
to say-
Hatsune Miku?
The real Hatsune Miku. Those early misses won't matter too much in the long run, but it does push that early score lead over to Indonesia B.
Yeah, 55k score lead on a map this long is a pretty formidable lead for Mexico to try and come back from. Vela gonna be holding on to that 99% accuracy still. Mexico really feeling the traitor in Vela right now. Everyone's gonna be dropping on this first PI here, the all-team jump section.
Well, now you've just jinxed it. It was just Miko and Akusin thing, but now Bell is also missing in this alt area. It's,
It can be
blowing.
very tricky to aim. It looks like a little bit of a misread on Miku when they first missed. And if you're not careful, you can just under-aim and not ult the pattern successfully. But thankfully, not too many of those patterns in this map, so if that's the only thing they struggle with, then they should be smooth sailing for the rest. But that lead is slowly but steadily growing at the side of Indonesia B, now pushing
But
up
that
to about
miss from Iran.
120k.
This from Iram is a pretty detrimental one if you're on the side of Indonesia being here. And that could be holding on to the only full combo. You could be trading that miss for Iram.
Lana
Vela's
seems
still
to have
holding on to the
a bit
full
of a-
combo.
Lana seems to have an early break. I think Vela is the only FC in this lobby, at least that's shown in the stream.
Yeah, Vela the only team remaining here. This team holding on to that very solid recovery combo for the team. Bell not too far behind though. As are hitting the next jump PI. No one dropping on the sliders. But as I say that, your IRAM is going to be dropping there. Not the combo you want. Not the combo that you need to drop if you're inside of Mexico here. You're going to be trading that right after. Everyone else looks super comfortable on these jumps. No one's dropping a single bit of accuracy.
Nico maybe struggling on the hidden there. Misread, perhaps?
We're now pushing about into the middle of the map. Vela's still holding on to that 99% accuracy, so they look very comfortable on this. Bell seeming to misread and miss a string of patterns, but still holding on to a very comfortable accuracy.
Bancho?
It's crazy how you can see the theoretical Mexico lineup if it were to go to TB.
Yeah, you could tell that there was some definite practice that went into this.
You are one of the lower seeded teams. You are gonna be going in well prepared against any higher seeds. And the road for Mexico is only gonna get tougher here. As they, who do they face actually? They have the Chalong up.
I can look into that while they go through the tiebreaker.
Yeah, please do. Vela still the only FC still going.
Ooh, Lahena dropping at a certain point in time though. Around 300.
Is that a lost in time
points.
reference?
Accuracy holding on to the 1K combo recovery. Vela still on with the full combo with 99% accuracy though. That is a solid percent above accuracy. That is kind of crazy. No one getting caught by that square jump.
It is looking like Mexico A will go against the loser of ID28, which is Vietnam versus Germany A tomorrow at 14 UTC Sunday.
Ooh, that is
today, by the way. Americans, that is today, UTC.
My apologies.
You know, that is today UTC. Them are getting a little more space here, as everyone still seems to be holding on to some very solid combos. Two players on the side of Indonesia B here holding on to the 1K plus combo. Iram going to be dropping that combo for now.
Aku Sendang with that 1.3k combo definitely going to benefit a lot in this 4v2. And Vela still FCing.
Dude, Vela's accuracy. We gotta put some attention on that accuracy. That is insane. 99% still. What is going on? What are we doing, Vela? Actually popping off on this tiebreaker.
I wonder if this is just going to be a pop-up, if they have similar scores of this in practice. Because damn, this is a good score. We are getting to 900k on Vela here. 800k lead on the side of Indonesia B with an asterisk.
800k lead on a Vela's pulling on to 99%. What is going on? Oh no, are they gonna get 99?
I think they will.
Well,
I think that was a 300.
Did they hit that slider?
It was a 300. Wow.
What is going on, Vela? What is this?
Very impressive score from Vela, the Mexico player that went over to Indonesia B, and man, what an impressive score.
Let's just wait for the map to skip. I don't know why there's a lot of downtime here.
I don't think I should panic.
You know, don't panic. That's just gonna put everyone back on the main menu. I really want to see these scores though.
Scores? No.
Vela with a 971k, Akusente 769k 1 miss, Irim with a 424k 4 miss, Lahena 496k, Bell 445k, Miku 416k. So across the board, everyone had over 400k on this tiebreaker. But
Very similar.
man, Vela running away with a 971k 99% accuracy.
99%, 971k. That's... You do not want to go to tiebreaker against Mexico B. What if Vela just pulls that out again?
Yeah, I'm telling you, Mexico A is a scary team. Like,
That's the dark horses.
don't look at just their seed number. They dragged the team last week to tiebreaker, and this week they look like a very dominant team. I'm very excited to see what they do in the lower bracket run. And unfortunately, Indonesia B is knocked out of Newcomers World Cup 2026, but I'm excited to see those players pop up in other tournaments, perhaps.
Yeah, they're definitely a very good lineup for sure. I'll just say, wow, that is an insane performance from Mexico. I expected to go to tiebreaker. Them winning 5-3 was completely unexpected. On hidden to no less. Indonesia B's Protect. What a stellar performance. As you said earlier, they dragged, I believe, United States A to tiebreaker, 5-4. Unfortunately, wasn't able to win, but that would have been an insane upset if they were. And now they are getting a good upset here with Indonesia B, seed 18.
Then Mexico has a tough road ahead of them if they want to stay in this tournament. But looking at how these matches went, I do think that they have a really solid chance. When is that? What is the next match? Let's see. Should be Indonesia A versus Myanmar Japan at 13 UTC. Actually,
This
3
is
matches. At 13
outdated. There's
UTC.
3 matches. Both Philippine matches, as well as Indonesia A versus Myanmar Japan. Yeah, this is not at 15
Indonesia
UTC.
versus Myanmar Japan, France A versus Philippines A, Ukraine A versus Philippines B, all at 13 UTC. So stay tuned for those. It's 9 hours from now, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, 8 hours from now at 13 UTC.
But yeah, that's about it for us. Do you have anything to say, Slick, as to outro?
Hopefully we get some strong streamers and comms for that triple match that's happening later. But once again, congratulations to both teams. You both did amazing. And I can't wait to see what Mexico does in that lower bracket. But for now, that's me, Slick, and Esteban, and our streamer Rain signing
And
off.
our ref, B-Gamer.
And our ref, B-Gamer.
Signing off. Bye.